Hello, class. For this week and for today and on Thursday, which you will have a quiz, by the way, that's due on Friday, 12 p.m., you'll be doing partial sum of arithmetic sequences only. For tomorrow, I'll be sharing with you guys of how to do summation notation using this Greek symbol called sigma. After that, you will not only get quizzes on this particular topic, but also how to do questions like these as well. Let's go over some of the questions that we have done yesterday. Yesterday we have been able to do questions for let's say for example 16 and 17, and I want to go over that first. Remember, the summation of all the arithmetic sequence comes from this formula that says the summation is equal to n divided by 2 times the first and the last term of the sequence. So when we go to this question right here, we have to identify three things: a sub 1, a sub n, and the n value. The very first term in the sequence and the very last term in the sequence is given to me, but we have no idea what n is. Remember, if we want to use the summation formula, we gotta have all those three components. So to find out n, we need to use the arithmetic explicit formula, which says that a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus common difference times n minus 1. We know what the last term is, and we know what the first term is. We also know what the common difference is, which is plus 5. When all of those three things, they should always give you all the necessary components before you can actually find out what your n value is. Subtract 100 on both sides. This becomes 120. Divide both sides by 5, which should give you 24. So n should be 25. Okay? So once I know my n now, I can plug it in and say 25 over 2 times 100 plus 220. And once you type that in your calculator, you should be able to get 4,000 in total. We are not going to add this over and over again to get the answer. Of course, you may use the internet to check your answers along those regards, but this is the work that I would love to see on your assignments and your quizzes. You need to demonstrate for me how you solve for n using the explicit formula. That's a must. You have to use that. Now, please work on number 17, and let me know when you're finished. Okay, so let's check the answers here. A sub 1 is 0.5, a sub n is 70.1, and I want to know what n value is. 70.1 is equal to 0.5 plus this common difference is 0.8 times n minus 1. So once I do all the math here, which I believe you should have gotten the answer already, your n value should be 88. Okay? I'm not going to show you the work for that because make sure, if you didn't get 88, then you didn't, arithmetically you did something incorrect. So 88 divided by 2 times 0.5 plus 70.1. So 44 times 0.5 plus 70.1 should give you, in total, 3,106.4. That should be the answer to this question. So now what I want to do is I want to go over questions like, let's say 14 and 15, which you will get the same types of questions that you would be doing for the homework that you're going to be getting today. Now find the indicated nth partial sum of the arithmetic sequence here when they give you the numbers and they give you the nth value. This should be easier than doing question, let's say 16 and 17, well, because they tell you what n value is. If they know, and you know what the first term is. So if I were to draw that chart once again, the first term is 8, the n value is 10, I just don't know what a sub n is. That is the only question. So to find out a sub n, all I gotta do is use my the explicit formula that states that a sub n is equal to the first term plus d, which is 10, times n minus 1. I'm sorry, d is not 10, the n value is 10. So n value is 10, and the common difference here would be 12, because I'm adding 12 each time. This will end up being 8 plus 12 times 9. In other words, the answer would be 106. Now that I have all those three components, plug in your formula that says n divided by 2 times the first term plus the last term. 5 times 114, which should give you 570 as your final partial sum. Okay, try number 15. Pause the video, play it again once you're ready. Draw the chart out, a sub 1, a sub n, and n. The first term is -6, the n value is 50, and I want to find out what the last term is. A sub n is equal to -6 plus the common difference here, which is d, 4, times 50 minus 1, which is n minus 1. -6 plus 4 times 49, which should give you 190. Now I'm not done because I got to use all those three components. 50 divided by 2 times -6 plus 190, which should end up being the final answer of 4,600 for this answer here. Okay? Now let's go over some of these questions here. If they give you, let's say, partial sum of the following, a sub n is equal to 145, the common difference is 5, and n value is 21. Using the information above and what you know about the explicit formula of arithmetic series, find a of 1 here. So a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus common difference times n minus 1. That never changes here. So that plugged in here, which gives you 145, is equal to a sub 1 plus common difference of 5 and value of 21. A sub 1 plus 5 times 20. So final answer is 100 for this part. Subtract 100 on the other side, and you should get 45 for your first term. Why did I ask you this before I do number 2? Because you're asked to solve for the partial sum. Remember, you always need the first term, the last term, and the n value. The sum of first 21 numbers states that it's 21 over 2, because that's the n value, times the very first term in the sequence, plus the last term in the sequence, which is the 21st value. Remember, you're not using 145 for that term. Or actually, wait a minute, because the n value is 21, yes, you can use that. So 145 is your last term. The first term is 45, which we already have. So you're just going to simply plug it in. Now, 45 plus 145, which gives you 190, times 21, divided by 2, should finally end up being 1995 for your partial sum of the first 21 numbers. Okay? You will get this question to do for your homework, along with these 4 other questions. Please finish them by Thursday. I will give you extra days to do so. On the Thursday, I will assign you the quiz along with the summation notation form. Okay? Thank you and have a good day.